that the standard narrative, or that the standard narrative,
You'll finish.
as holds, that the standard narrative,
Or
that the standard narrative,
You'll finish.
as holds. This is a topic that when you're the beginning student of knowledge, you're like, what is all of this going on? Here? When you go a little bit more, you learn to simply memorize what your teachers say and regurgitate it out. And you don't fully comprehend. When you do a deep dive is when things get very, very awkward. That the standard narrative,
or
that the standard narrative,
You'll finish.
as holds, that the standard narrative,
or
that the standard narrative,
You'll finish.
as holds. And I don't think it is wise to bring it up. Why didn't I say it? Because it should not be said in public. I don't want to get into that issue. I don't even want to be explicit. It should only be discussed amongst those who are familiar with this science. It should never be brought up in public. This is not something you discuss amongst the masses, ya akhi. It's not wise. That the standard narrative,
or
that the standard narrative,
You'll finish.
as holds, that the standard narrative,
or
that the standard narrative,
You'll finish.
as holds.
Hello, we are back. We are live again. Welcome everybody. That 60-second live show was a gift from CP. So now we can continue back and start with part 2. So I was like, let me go and see what's going on there. And when I went there, it was already over. I was like, okay, did I shut down my live show for that? But that's okay. CP trolling everybody, that's okay. I enjoyed the trolling. Thank you, Christian Prince. Nah, it's okay, guys. Okay. We love Christian Prince. He's a dear brother, true living legend. And guys, people who know me, I don't like to be a stumbling block. So when I see someone like Christian Prince going live, out of respect for our dear brother, I don't want to do a clash. All right. So now we're all back. I hope we can invite everybody back. So please, brethren, can you share the YouTube link to this live show on social media? Invite, please. Thank you so much for being here again. We had more people watching in part 2, so I hope that the number is going to increase. If the admins want to help and the viewers who are watching, maybe you can share the link again. Let me provide the link in the live chat. Invite, guys. Let everybody know that we are going with part 2 now, starting part 2 now of this series. I had to split it in 2, as you know. Welcome, guys. Do we have a Muslim who wants to defend the Quran that needs fixing of Allah? Any Muslim? Mr. Champions winner. Why do you want to change topic? We have a topic. Do you want to call me for this very topic or not? Can you defend your Quran? Today is a different kind of live show. We have a very, very, very specific topic. I don't want to go outside the topic. So if you think you can call me and refute me, then let us do this. What do you think? Yeah, which Muslim? Is it you? Are you going to be the hero in 2020, Mr. Champions winner or champion winner, whatever your name is? Are you going to call me and defend the Quran? Can you do that? Huh? Any Muslim? We have already 2 dislikes. We have 2 dislikes. That means we have 2 Muslims. Yalla ya akhwan. Yalla ya akhwan al-Muslimin. Yalla ya ikhwanna, yalla, 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 yalla. No Muslims? Guy came to bark, to yap, and what has the Trinity topic to do with this topic? What's wrong with you, man? Okay, call me then, and listen, you just said in the chat, Mr. Champion Winner, let us show us that you are a champions winner, not a loser. Call me and let us debate the Quran. What do you think? If the Quran is so perfect, as you just claimed, clearly you can defend the so-called perfect, unchanged Quran. Wanna do it? Stop yapping, Mr. Yap Boy. Call me and let's do this. Are you going to call me, Abdul? My Skype ID is DRob Christian. I challenge you to stay on topic. Can you do that? Or are you going to yap like your fake prophet? Maybe you should continue yapping. If you can't defend the topic, continue yapping, go to Mecca and yap and lick and smooch the black stone like your prophet used to do. Huh? Be that yapping dog if you don't have the knowledge and the courage to defend your unchanged, uncorrupted, protected Quran of Allah. What's my number? My number is the Rob Christian. That's my number. My number is the Rob Christian. Defend your uncorrupted Quran. Yalla. I'm waiting. Before the rapture, dude. Before the rapture. If you're not going to call in 1 minute, then we're going to send you to Mecca so that you can lick and smooch that black stone. Yalla ya miskeen. Yalla ya miskeen, yalla. I'm waiting. Muslims often use the word miskeen, right? Yalla ya miskeen, yalla. Yalla ya free kakako tako kaku. Call me ya free, Mr. Free. Yalla ya free boy. Yalla ya miskeen. Ya miskeen, ibn miskeen. Yalla, yalla. Defend your Quran, yalla. No one? Okay. Guys, can you send this champions yapping dog? Guys, can you send this champion dog, yapping dog to his black stone so that he can smooch it? Can you send him there so he can do it? Yalla Rock Lover, yeah, Rock Lovers. That's a good name for it. Yeah, okay, good. Now let us continue, guys. Truly there are no Muslims who can defend the Quran. Where were we, guys? Where were we? Okay, so we showed you, guys, just, you know, for the people who just joined to know what we are talking about. There are not only different Qur'ans, different Arabic Qur'ans, and as you see here, the Khalaf version versus the Hafs version. The Khalaf version for chapter 25, for example, this is one of the examples, right? Chapter 25, ayah 61, Al-Furqan, ayah 61. Chapter Al-Furqan, ayah 61. People who do actually care about the truth, especially the Muslims who care about the truth, you should watch. Don't be like that yapping dog who came to troll the chat. So the Khalaf version says, في السماء بروجا وجعل فيها سروجا lamps. So that's what the Khalaf version says. That means multiple lamps, which Muslims say these are stars, right? Stars. Like Tafsir al-Tabari explains that these are stars. The lamps are stars that Allah created. But the Hafs version, the number one most used version of the Quran, says in a different Arabic Quran, in the Hafs version, it says Sirajan, singular, a lamp, versus multiple, plural lamps. So which one is correct? Allahu Alam. Only one can be correct, man. Don't tell me that Allah is talking in one ayah, in Hafs. It's talking about one lamp, and in different readings, it's talking about many lamps. Which one is correct, Muslims? Right? You always say all the Quran readings are basically the same. How is it the same? The meaning changes. Is Allah talking about one lamp or many lamps? So this is an example from different Qur'an's versions. Khalaf version and House version. Do you see it? And Allah knows best. That's the final answer. Allah knows best, brother. Allah knows best? Yes, Allah knows best. And we taught you guys that the Quran before Al-Hajjaj came to play. Al-Hajjaj, Hajjaj, ya Hajjaj, why did you play with the Quran of Allah, ya Hajjaj? Al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf, this guy who corrupted the Quran after Uthman. Remember, the Uthmani Quran should have been looked like this, without dots, that you see here, dots, without vowels. Right? Here, this is how it looked like. So the Al-Hajjaj and others like Al-Hajjaj started to put dots. Do you see it? And vowels. Damma, Fatha, Kasra, those are the vowels. Damma, Fatha, Kasra, they changed the sound. Ba, Bo, Bi, right? Ba, Bo, Bi. So you hear this different in sound. Ba. So those are the vowels. Those are those things that you see here underneath, right? But the dotting, do you see the dots? They change the letters. So the dots are more important. So as you see, because of dotting, one word like this can have 6 total different meanings. For example, if you place one dot here on top, do you see it like this? It becomes an N. If you place this dot here, it becomes a B. So we can read it as na-ba, na-ba. But if we, let's say, pick this lottery ticket, and we put the dot here, and we put the dot there, as this one, it becomes bata. Is it naba or is it bata? Naba or bata? Do you see the damage? Do you see the damage that Al-Hajjaj did? Al-Hajjaj and people like Al-Hajjaj, after Uthman, started to play with the Quran. Hey, you know what? Let me guess. Maybe we should put a dot there. Maybe 2 dots there. No, you know what? Sorry, I made a mistake. Let me put 2 dots there. So the Quran became a game in the hands of Muslims. Right? So you can basically play with the Quran, and this is what is happening to the Quran. Muslims had to guess where the dots had to appear. It became a game. The Quran became a game. It became basically toilet paper in the hands of Muslims. Did you catch it? It became toilet paper in the hands of Muslims. And they claim it's perfectly preserved. Right? Right? I can give you actually an example. If you go to Surah Al-Kahf, you know the story about the 7 sleepers? The Quran is talking about Kali'ahum. Kali'ahum, it became Kalbahum. Their guardian became their dog. Only because difference in the dots, right? The placing of the dots. So actually the original should have sounded like their guardian. The guardian of the cave, right? Because remember, the 7 sleepers went inside the cave, and the guardian should have protected the cave, who was an angel, not a dog. But I mean, what can a dog do against an army of Romans? Remember? So the Romans wanted to persecute those Christians, and they went to sleep inside the cave. And it became a miracle. You know, we know that that's a Christian legend story written by a Christian monk many years before Islam was created by Muhammad. Muhammad stole it, plagiarized it, and put it in Quran. But later, people like Al-Hajjaj, placing dots in wrong places, the guardian became a dog. Kalbahum, their dog. Do you see it? Okay, I misspelled guardian. Yeah, guardian. Sorry for that typo. Allah made me do it. Do you see it? So only placing a dot in a different place, it changes the whole word, the whole meaning. You see the disasters, guys, that we can find now because of Al-Hajjaj and people like Al-Hajjaj, this guy here, who came after. You see, Al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf was perhaps the most notable governor who served the Umayyad Caliphate. You see it? Do you see it? Umayyad Caliphate came after the Rashidun. Remember, the Rashidun period was started with Abu Bakr, continued with Omar, with Uthman, the guy who wrote the Quran or ordered to write the Quran down, and the last one, Ali, the cousin of Muhammad, Ali. Then it continues with the different people, and the Umayyad period, the Umayyad Caliphate starts. Do you understand? So this guy came after Uthman during the Umayyad period, playing with the Quran, corrupting it with his own hands by placing dots. Guesswork, to guess where the dots come. Is it? So the Quran used to look like this, and then it started later, because of this guy, it started to look like this with dots. See? No dots. I challenge any Muslim to read this without dots. You cannot do that. You cannot read it without dots. It becomes gibberish. The consonantal text or the skeleton text, you cannot read it without dots. Yes, you can read it without the vowels, because the vowels only change the sound. Watch. This is the letter B. These are the vowels. Ba, bu, bi. But remove the dots. If you remove the dots, this letter can become all kind of letters. It can become a T. If you place two dots, it can become an E or a Y. If you place two dots underneath, one dot on top, it becomes an N. This one here, as it says, it is a B. Did you catch it? Guesswork. Guesswork, brother. Lottery. You know what? Let me put a dot there. It becomes an N. You see it? One word without dots, it can have 6 different meanings, as you see. Same for this one too. I challenge anyone to read it without dots. Any Arabic scholar who claims to be the best of the best in the Arab world, read it without dots. Can you do that for me? No, you cannot. Or this one. You cannot. Do you see what kind of disaster it becomes without dotting? You have to guess what the word means. And we showed you from Hafs version 1 and Hafs version number 2. Even in the Hafs versions, you see different meaning words and how they are spelled. Yabna Ummah, basically the same word, but differently, right? Written differently. Same chapter, same ayah. Do you see? Chapter 20, ayah 94. O son of my mother, Yabna Ummah. Here, with 3 alifs separated. Here, 3 alifs missing. Do you see it? Alif number 1, alif number 2, alif number 3. The A, basically. Yabna Ummah. So they fixed it with vowels. Do you see? These are the vowels. Vowel number 1, vowel number 2, and this one, vowel number 3. So it become Yabna Ummah. And here, without the dots, you cannot even read it. Guys, I kid you not. If we give this word, this above one, if we give this to university Arabic speaking students, they cannot read it. They don't know what this means. You have to give them this one. Do you see how they are playing with the Quran? This is Hafs. This is not a different reading. This is Hafs. The number 1 Quran in the world, right? The number 1 version of the Quran that Al-Azhar University wrote in 1924. And they drowned their old Qurans in the river Nile. They throw their old Quran, I kid you not. Al-Azhar throw their old Qurans in the Nile River after finishing the 1924 Hafs Quran. Can you imagine? Uthman burned Qurans and they drowned their Qurans in the Nile River in 1924 after finishing the Hafs. And we showed you different Hafs versions. Yes, you heard correctly. Speaking from Cave, Hira, Hafs versions, different Hafs versions. This is Hafs and this is Hafs. Quran.com, QuranWow.com. Chapter 4, ayah 128. Imra'atu, the wife of, written like this. Same word, but written with a different letter. Do you see it? The last letter? Because remember, you start reading from right to left in Arabic. Not like the English, from here to there, from left to right. No, from right to left. So, imra'atu, imra'atu. Again here, imra'atu. But this one is false. Incorrect. This is not Arabic. This is a correct Arabic. And this is why, as we mentioned today, guys, this is why in Saudi Arabia, people like this guy, Ahmed Hashim, they filed a big complaint and they are asking the government of Saudi Arabia to fix the Quran of today. I kid you not. You see it? Please, please, Saudi government, please fix the Quran. Because the Quran as it is now, it has what? According to these Arabs, these Saudi Arabs, the Quran of today contains 2,500, at least 2,500 mistakes in the spelling and the grammar. Do you see it? Saudi journal, this is a Saudi Muslim confirming. He's at least honest, man. Other Muslims are not honest. Saudi, from the heart of Saudi Arabia, where you have the Mecca, city of Mecca and Kaaba and black stone that they always love to smooch and lick. That stone, yeah. So he's a Saudi journalist. At least he's honest. The Quranic text as we know it contains some 2,500 mistakes of the spelling and grammar. Did you catch it? All right? And they are demanding for the Quran to be fixed. This is the guy, by the way. And here's his name. Ahmed Hashim. Do you see it? Here's the source. And let me give you actually the link to this article. And this is recently, right? And he and his colleagues are giving examples, right? We mentioned the name of Abraham. The Quran in chapter 2 write it differently. You see it? Here within Ya Ibrahim. Do you see it? Ibrahim. Here and other ayahs, Abraham. The E is missing. Abraham. Did you catch it? Let me actually open it, make it easier for you guys. Just a second. Okay, I think just a second, guys. Let me open the screen for you so you'll have an idea what I'm talking about. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Do you see it? This is what the gentleman is talking about, this Ahmed Hashim. In chapter Al-Baqarah, with no E, Abraham. Here's the E missing. In the rest of the chapters of the Quran, in the rest of the 113 chapters, remember, there are 114 chapters, and the rest of the chapters, the 113, write it like this. Ibrahim. You see the E? The Ya in Arabic? Abraham, Ibrahim. If you remove the vowels, it will... It's a totally different name, totally different word. I mean, can you play with someone's name? I mean, if your name is, let's say, Lolo Mimi or Debet Rai. Can I change your name, Debet Rai, for example? Your name is Debet Rai, right? One of the admins. Can I change it to, let's say, Dabut Rao, like this? No, it's a name. Now I'm corrupting your name. I mean, if Allah claims to be God, and he claims that the Quran is perfect, how can the Quran write one of the most important prophets in Islam differently? I mean, it's a name, Allah. Oh wait, there is no Allah. It's Muhammad who making mistakes. Muhammad and the Muhammadans who played with the Quran. All right. Selfless joy. I think you didn't catch it. Selfless joy. I think you're not understanding what we are trying to say. This is the Quran. This is not the Bible. in the Quran you don't have the name of Abraham, like the story doesn't exist in the Quran that God goes, right, with the angels, and we know that's Jesus, angel of the Lord, to visit Abraham and change his name from Abram to Abraham and Sarai to Sarah, right? That's the Bible, that's the Old Testament. But you don't have that story in the Quran. So you can play that game. You can't use that game. Do you understand? You can't play those games. Bible is Bible, Quran is Quran. That story does not exist in the Quran. Do you understand, selfless joy? So you're not helping. Okay? You're not helping. You actually are making it worse for yourself and people who are maybe getting confused because of your comment. So please, don't do that. Okay? What you're talking about is bananas. We're talking about apples. All right? You're confused. Maybe you're, but I hope now you are unconfused. This is Islam, this is Quran that we're talking about. It's not the Bible, it has nothing to do with the Bible. Okay. Alright, selfless joy. So please focus and don't. Alright. Thank you. Let us continue, guys. No worries. We'll continue. So you see Allah, but it's not only Abraham, by the way, selfless joy. It's not only Abraham. Watch. Let me show you. Even Solomon, Allah is confused about the name Solomon. In many ayahs, he writes it like this. Suleiman. That's not a name, that's false. But you can find it in the Quran. But in other ayahs, Allah writes it like Sulaiman. Did you catch it? Here is one missing. Suleiman. But here, Sulaiman. You see the alif? Here's the alif missing. Here. So it's many names. Here's another one. Just a second. Umran and Umran. This is so-called the father of Moses and Aaron. And also the father of Mary, who Muhammad confused with Maryam, the sister of Aaron and Moses. Look. Same story. Chapter 3, ayah 33. He writes it like this. Amran. But the correct way is Imran. You see, alif missing. Many names. Many. Allah is confused about people's names. Did you catch it? So it's not only for Abraham. What about Allah's own name? One of the 99 names of Allah. What about it, Rob Christian? Here he writes it like this, Ar-Rahman. In other ayahs, he writes it like this, Ar-Rahman. Alif missing. You see it? Alif missing. Which one is correct, Muslims? Allah cannot even write his name correctly. Sometimes he writes it like this, sometimes he writes it like this. Confused Allah, yes. And many examples like this. So these are the spelling mistakes. Did you catch it? Spelling mistakes. We showed you this one, Yabna Ummah, differently. Written totally different. Allah, please make up your mind. The wife of Imra'atu, written with a different letter here. Here's another example. Chapter 51, ayah 39. Hafs, Quran. We are still talking about the Hafs. I'm not going to Warsh. I'm not going to Qalun. I'm not going to Khalaf. No. Hafs. This is Hafs. One Hafs version. There are many Hafs versions, by the way. There's not only one Hafs version. There are many. At least 7. There are at least 7 Hafs versions. Did you catch it, guys? Yeah, Allah needs to go to school, exactly. If you remove the vowels, it becomes sihr. What is sihr? Anyone has an idea what sihr means? What does sihr means? Anyone who knows Arabic, what does sihr means? If you remove the alif. What does sihr means in Arabic? Anyone in the live chat? Take a wild guess. Sihr, no. Magic, thank you. if you remove the vowels, right, this is not a letter. This baby thing here on top, it's not a letter. It's a vowel, basically. So if you remove the vowels, it becomes sihr, which means magic. The above one means magic. The underneath one, it's sa. You see the alif? Sa. Sahir. What does sahir means? It means a magician or a wizard. Did you catch it? Different meanings, different words. And this is hafs. Muslims always love to tell you there are, let me type it out. There are differences in readings, different versions, right? But here, these are both hafs. These are both hafs. Watch, I'm going to show you that we are not lying. We never lie to you guys. Watch. Let me go to Quran.com. This is Quran.com. Right? Chapter 51, ayah 39. Quran.com. The number one Quranic website. Watch. Do you see it? I only took a screenshot. They claim it's magician, but without the vowels, it becomes sihr. So remove the vowels, it becomes sihr. It becomes magic. Do you see it? No alif. Sihr. Remove the vowels, because remember, the Quran of Uthman did not have vowels. It did not have dots. Sihr. Magic. Now let us go to Quran.com. Still hafs. These are both hafs. Let us go to chapter 51 to show you that we are not lying to you. Which ayah was that? 52. Now watch closely. Pay attention to this alif. We already showed you from Quran.com without alif. Here, pay attention to this one. That long thing here in the middle. That's an alif. That's an A. 51, ayah 52. Okay, 51, ayah 52. Let me scroll down. 52. Almost there. Almost there. 52. Do you see it? Let me make it bigger for you. Sahir. Do you see the alif here? Sahir. This is the true magician. Do you see it? Sahir. So Allah, which one is correct? Only one way you can write it. Both cannot be correct, because this one means magic. This one means magician. Do you see how I only took screenshots, guys? Do you see the deception of Muslims? Not one dot is changed. You liars. Not one letter is changed. You liars. These are both hafs. Right? These are both hafs versions. Do you see it? Even in hafs you have differences. And they claim not one letter is changed in the hafs. You liar. You liars. Shame on you, man. Muslims, shame on you for lying to us. Do you see, guys, why Arabic speaking Christians are so important to teach you? People like us, people like Christian Prince, people like Osama Dakduk, right? There are not many like us, right? Especially in the English world, in the Western English world, to teach you and show you the differences. You need to know Arabic, unfortunately, right? Yeah, also bi'ism, exactly. Someone is mentioning bi'ism. Watch. When our dear brother Christian Prince brings it up, he's not lying about it. Watch. Here. How many times have you seen Christian Prince mention bi'ism? This is in chapter 1. Watch. Let us go there. Chapter 1. The very first chapter of the Quran, Allah already making a mistake. Look, bi'ism without the alif. You see the alif missing. Now, let us go to chapter 69, ayah 52. Watch. 69, ayah 52. The last ayah, actually. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the last ayah. Do you see it? 69, 52. Bi'ism with an alif. Do you see the alif there? Same word. Allah cannot pick and choose the correct way to write it. Allah, please make up your mind. But we know there is no Allah. It's Muhammad and the Muhammadans who played with the Quran, using the Quran as toilet paper. Playing with the Quran. Yes. Adnan al-Shar, yes. Yes. Oh, there you go. There you go. Why didn't you hang up, brother? Stop lying about Islam. This guy, look what he's calling me. Filthy, coward. He's calling me filthy, calling me najis, coward, donkey, dog, son of Satan. Answer, I want to bait you, ya najis. And then he continues, calling me pagan and whatnot. He was calling me when I was offline, and now he hang up. Well, let me call him back. Let me call him. Let us give him a chance. Ya Adnan! Adnan is unavailable, brother. Yeah, sit down, kid. Sit down. You're a waste of time. You're a kid. You're a troll like your prophet. The troller, the scammer prophet. Yeah. Do you see, guys? Stop lying about the Quran, brother. I'm lying? I'm showing it on the screen, you idiot. How am I lying when I'm showing it on the screen, you evil son of Satan? It's on the screen. Do you see, guys? So, Christian Prince never lied to you guys. Now, from a different secondary source, which is me, I am confirming that Christian Prince did not lie to you. Bism, B-ism. So this is the correct way. This is false. They changed it. They changed the word because, you know, Muslims always like to recite the Quran as if they are singing. So to make it easy, they played with the word. But can you do that? This is the Quran. Can you play with the Quran? Yes, they can. They can. And we showed you they can. The proof is in front of you. Kebab Muslim, shish kebab Muslim are too scared to debate us. Came to play games, yeah. Go smooch the black stones, you coward. Yeah, we showed you Sahir, let us continue. Here's another example. Rahmata, mercy. Mercy. Chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 218, writes it like this. Rahmata. But if we go to chapter 3, ayah 8, we read Rahmata, but you see the difference already, right? The last letter. T maftuha, T marbuta. Close T, open T. Which one is correct? Which one is correct? Do you see why they wrote this article, guys? Why they said that there are 2,500 mistakes? This Muslim journalist, this guy, he did not lie when he said there are 2,500 mistakes. Do you see it? Saudi journalist by the name Hashim, Ahmed Hashim, he says the Quran text as we know it contains at least 2,500 mistakes of spelling and grammar. This is only the spelling and the grammar. We're not talking, as we said in part 1. Guys, this is part 2, by the way, right? You're watching now to part 2. If you missed part 1, go and rewatch it. So, 2,500 mistakes only for the grammar and spelling? Yes. What about geographical? What about scientific mistakes? And tons of mistakes in the Quran, guys. I kid you not. Tons. Right? Idiot. The guy who is calling me a liar. Who is this guy? Techtricity. Are you able to call me Techtricity, or are you going to yap and bark from the live chat? You idiot. Are you? Do you have the guts to call me and defend your Quran? Mr. Techtricity said, one is Rahmata and the one is Rahmatan. Why are you lying? Okay, let us remove the vowels. How does it sound? Remove the vowels. Can you remove the vowels for me? Because the original Quran did not have vowels, did not have dots. You idiot. You see this idiot, man? Didn't the skeleton text did not have vowels? They later added these vowels. So it's still the same word, you idiot. You don't know Arabic. You're a donkey. To be honest, I'm not trying to insult any real donkey, but you are truly a certified donkey. It's the same word, but written differently, right? Do you see it? Rahmata, rahmata. Forget the vowels. Vowels only change the sound. The sound is only changed. But it's still the same word, you idiot. Right? Mercy. It's still mercy. Idiot. What an idiot, man. Guys, let me try to explain to you what I'm saying. What did this guy do? This guy that you see here, Al-Hajjaj. What did Al-Hajjaj do? Basically what I'm going to do right now, watch. If I place a dot, let's say I'm Rob Al-Hajjaj. That other guy was called Yusuf Al-Hajjaj who played with the Quran. I am Rob Al-Hajjaj. Now watch. Rob Al-Hajjaj, which is Rob Christian, which is me, myself and I just place a dot here. Now look how the word totally changed. This is what Al-Hajjaj did, playing lottery with the Quran. Rajamta. With a dot underneath here, it becomes what? Stoned. I'm stoning someone. If I place the same dot here, it also becomes Rajamta. I am stoning someone. So now I am doing what Al-Hajjaj did in the 8th century, 9th century, what he did to the Quran. That's what I'm doing now too. So it becomes ja, j. Without the dot, it's with the dot, it becomes j. Rajamta rahmata. Rajamta rahmata. Did you catch it? So do you see how easy it is to corrupt the Quran, guys? If you, let's say, this guy is not lying, right? Because what happened? You know, the scribes made huge mistakes and Allah was sleeping. He was not protecting the Quran. The scribes made mistakes like these. Sometimes they made a mistake with adding dots on top, maybe on underneath. Maybe this could have been, there's a huge possibility that it was not rahmata, but rajamta. Allahu alam. You see? This is child. You're a child. Here is a more crystal clear. Here you cannot play those games. Watch. Chapter 3, ayah 27. Chapter 2, ayah 187. Alil, al-layl. Here's an L missing. You cannot play that game with me now. Do you see, guys? Alil, al-layl. Al-layl. One L missing in the middle. So this sounds like this. Alayl. Alayl. Al-layl. Alil. Without the middle L. This is the word night. Did you catch it? Alil. Al-layl. Al-layl. So which one is correct? This one. So this is what this guy is asking. This journalist, Ahmed Hashim, he's asking the Saudi government in this article, he's asking the Saudi government to fix the Quran of Allah, because the Quran of Allah has many issues in it. And here's a crystal clear example. Are you saying that Allah cannot make up his mind and doesn't know how, cannot choose between these two words? Because this one is in the Quran and this one is also in the Quran. Watch. Guys, let's see if Rob Christian is lying. Is Rob Christian lying? No. Chapter 3, ayah 27. You see it? I only took a screenshot without an L here. Still claiming that it's night. Do you see it? They claim it's the night. No, it's Alil. Remove the vowels. It's the same kid. I don't want to waste my time. Same kid. Wasting my time. Alil. Right? Do you see it? Alil. Do you see it? Oh, wait a second, guys. Where did I put? Okay. This is chapter 3, ayah 27. Chapter 2, let us go to chapter 2, ayah 187. Watch. Now you'll find the correct way. Watch. Chapter 2. Let us go back. Chapter 2. Watch, guys. Pay attention. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me? Give me one if you're still with me. Almost there, I think. Yeah, 187. It's a very big chapter. 187. Almost there. Almost there. 187. 187. Okay. Here. Here. Do you see? Here is the L in the middle. Do you see it, guys? Maybe I can make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can. You see? This is the word. Here, they have the L. Same word. The night. You see it? Nightfall, night. The night. But here, they write it like this. Which one is correct, Muslims? Am I playing games? Sit down, kid. You're a waste of time, man. I don't want to waste my time. Probably it's ultimate donkey. I have no time for ultimate donkey. It's the same kid. Alil, Al-Layl. Here's the L. Here is the L without. Missing. So I only took a screenshot. Am I playing games, Muslims? Am I playing games? No. Do you see? I only took screenshots, guys. So here the L, the red one, is missing from here. So this one reads like this, without the vowels. Remember, the Uthmanic Quran did not have vowels, no dots. Alil, Al-Layl. That's the correct way to write it. The Layl. The night. The night. The night. Al-Layl. Here, Alil. The Quran has holes, brother. Yes. And the proof is in front of you. The Quran has holes. This is Hafs. This is still Hafs. Hafs and Hafs. So you have two different Hafs versions. This is Hafs, guys. We're not lying to you. This is Hafs. Quran.com, QuranWow.com. Here's another disaster in the Quran. This is topic number 2, I think. Yeah. So we have also mixing between, let's say you have the Quran when Muhammad was in Mecca, right? When Muhammad was in Mecca, he received Meccan ayahs, right? Meccan period ayahs. But when Muhammad went to Medina, he left Mecca, he went to Medina, Muhammad started to get Medinian period ayahs. Much later, right? Guys, are you understanding? Give me one if you're understanding. So when Muhammad was in Mecca, that was 12 years before. When he went to Medina, different time period, different chapters, different topics, different all kind of stuff. Muhammad, when he was in Mecca, he had to deal with the pagans of Mecca, his own family, his own tribe. But when he went to Medina, he had to deal with the Jews, right? The Jews lived in Medina, which was called Yathrib at that time. When Muhammad conquered it, it became Medina. Medina, period, Mecca, period. What happened? After the death of Muhammad, Muslims started to mix, like idiots that they are, like Al-Hajjaj, started to put Medina period ayahs that came much later when Muhammad was in Medina. They forced them inside the Meccan part of the Quran. So the first part of the Quran is in Mecca when Muhammad was in Mecca. So basically you can cut the Quran in half, and the second part is Medina ayahs, right? Medina chapters. So there is no way it cannot be possible to find Medina ayahs inside Meccan chapters, right, guys? There should not be a possibility for us to find Medina ayahs inside Meccan chapters. Did you catch it? It should, in other words, it should not be possible for us to find Medina ayahs, Medina, which came much later, ayahs, which came later when Muhammad was in Medina, inside older Meccan chapters. Let me type it out for the people. It should not be possible, again, it should not be possible for us to find Medina ayahs, which came later, inside older Meccan chapters. Did you catch it? Are you understanding? Guys, if you didn't catch what I'm trying to say to you, we cannot continue. I want everybody to understand it. Give me one if you understood it. Give me one if you understood it. Please. Did you understand it? we should not find much later Medina ayahs inside Meccan chapters. Right? You caught it. Fine. Good. Now let us see what happened. Here is the corruption of the Quran in chapter 6. In chapter 6, Surah Al-An'am should be a Meccan chapter. Chapter 6 should be only Meccan. So basically you can cut the Quran in half when Muhammad was in Mecca and when Muhammad was in Medina. Right? There should not be mixing. Right? No mixing should be possible. Surah 6, chapter 6 is a Meccan chapter. Here. And here we have the confirmation. Al-Jalalain, one of the tafsir daddies. Al-Jalalain, the Al-Jalalain, one of the most authentic, most respectful scholars who are giving commentary for the Quran. Al-Jalalain reports, Surah Al-An'am, Al-Jalalain, this is his name, Al-Jalalain in Arabic. Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, is Makkiyah. Surah Al-An'am Makkiyah. Illa al-ayat, ayah 20, ayah 23, 91, 93, 114, 141, 151, 152, 153. So we have how many ayahs? Al-Jalalain reports Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, is a Meccan surah, Meccan chapter. But, except the ayahs 114 and so on, are from Medina period. They even confirm it. Did you catch it? They confirm it. Al-Jalalain confirms it. Did you catch, guys, what happened? So people like Al-Hajjaj and whatnot, they corrupted the Quran, forcing Medina period ayahs inside Meccan chapters. That's not possible. How can that be if one chapter should be only and only Meccan? From the Meccan period, when Muhammad was in Mecca, when he had to deal and reconcile with the Meccans, right? That's not possible. This is a disaster. Do you see the syntax error? Syntax error. Computer is crushing. So the Quran became a crushed book. Someone should reset the Quran, maybe give it a format so that everything comes in the right order. Oh man, can someone hire a technician to fix the Quran of Allah, please? Can someone do that for us, guys? Here's another example. Surah Ar-Rum, chapter 30. Surah Ar-Rum, chapter 30 contains a Medina verse, an ayah, Medina period ayah, chapter Ar-Rum, Surah Ar-Rum, the Romans, while the whole chapter should be a Meccan surah. The whole chapter should be Meccan because this chapter came down when Muhammad was in Mecca. So what are Medina period, which came later, 12 years later, what are they doing inside Mecca? So basically, let's say Surah Ar-Rum is talking about bananas, the whole chapter is talking about bananas, but suddenly we see ayahs that are talking about apples. That's not possible. That should not be possible. Did you catch it? This proves the corruption from the heart, in the heart of the Quran. This proves the corruption by Muslim hands inside the heart of the Quran. Did you catch it? Here's an example. Tahrim al-Riba. Right? Tahrim al-Riba. All scholars agree that it happened in Medina. So, prohibition of tahrim. Right? Prohibition means tahrim. Of al-Riba should be in Medina because that happened in Medina. All scholars agree that it happened in Medina, not in Mecca. Tahrim, prohibition, did not happen in Mecca, but much later when Muhammad migrated to where? To Medina. For example, here's another example. Prohibition, forbidding of drinking alcohol. Remember, before Muslims actually even went drunk, in a drunken state, to pray in the mosque. Then later, Muhammad forbids it. In the last 3 years before his death, Muhammad forbids drinking alcohol. Right? Alcohol was not forbidden in the beginning of Islam when Muhammad was in Mecca. Did you catch it? So Tahrim al-Riba, right? Tahrim al-Riba should not be in chapter 30, but much later chapters in Medina chapters. So what is it doing? And let me prove it to you. If we go to Tafsir Ibn Kathir, last time when we mentioned this topic, guys, do you remember the admins? Admins, do you remember when I spoke about this topic? A Muslim called me and said, no, you're lying. You're lying. No, wait, this is chapter 30, Surah Ar-Rum, chapter 30. Do you see it? Chapter 30, Surah Ar-Rum, the Romans. Ibn Kathir, Tafsir, ayah 38 to 40. Ibn Kathir, Ibn Kathir. I need a Muslim to tell me, live on air, Ibn Kathir is a liar and a deceiver. Then later, if you're going to go next week, if you're going to go Friday prayer in the mosque, I challenge you to say out loud, without any shame, Ibn Kathir is a liar, he is a filthy deceiver. Can you do that for me? If you think that Ibn Kathir is a liar? This is Ibn Kathir. The command to uphold the ties of kinship and the prohibition of riba. Allah commands giving. Do you see it? So this ayah in chapter 30, 38 is talking about the prohibition of a riba. Do you see it? Prohibition of riba. But that's a disaster. Prohibition of riba happened in Medina, not in Mecca. So what is it doing inside a Meccan chapter? Surah Ar-Rum is a Meccan chapter. Do you see it? Did you catch it? So what is it doing there? What is a Medina ayah? What is a Medina ayah doing inside a Meccan chapter? What is a Medina ayah doing inside a Meccan chapter? That's not possible. That should not be possible. Right? Another hole in the Quran. Exactly. Muslims don't know about this stuff. Normal Muslims don't know. The scholars know, but they don't dare to bring up these topics. They do not dare to bring up these topics. Right? They do not dare to bring up these topics. So we should again ask Allah, Allah please, allow Muslims in 2020 to fix your Quran, please. The Saudi government, please allow Muslims to fix the Quran. Can we do that, Muslims? Can you please fix the Quran of Allah, because it contains many disasters like these. Please, man, fix the Quran, man. Guys, now let us go to the grammar part. Topic number 3. But before we go there, can we have a small break? Let us have a small coffee break, because I'm out of water. Go get something to drink, and maybe a cup of coffee or tea or some refreshment, and we will continue from there. Be right back. Be right back. أبانا الذي في السماوات ليتقدس اسمك ليأتي ملكوتك لتكن مشيئتك كما في السماوات كذلك آمين.
خانو وخيل صلاة وأتون
أبون بشمايو نثقلاش الشموخ كيثي ملكوثوخ نهوي سبيونوخ أي كانوا بشمايو أوف برعو هبلا لحم تسنقونان يومونو وشبقلان حوبين وحطوهين أي كانوا دوف حنان الشباقين الحايوبين لو تعلان All right, we are back. We're back. This is part 2. Yeah, this is part 2, guys. We had to split our show in part 1 and part 2 because Christian Prince went live 10 minutes later, and we could continue. And CP trolled everybody with his 60-second live show. I love this brother, man. I love him. Even if he's trolling all of us, I love him. He came to do a live show for 60 seconds. Hey, Peter Duval, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Let us continue. Guys, before we continue, actually, let me tell you something. In almost 2 hours from now, we're going to premiere the debate review part 3. And this is the final nail on the coven of Muhammad hijab. Part 3 is actually the best one. Part 1 was good. Part 2 was better. Part 3 is the final nail on the coven of Muhammad hijab. In this video, you're going to see how hijab lied about the Arabic. He claims to know Arabic, but he's lying about the Arabic. Okay, Adnan Shah, let me block you. Adnan Shah, let me block you. You're asking for it. You're not a gentleman. You're a kid. You're not a gentleman. You're a kid. Okay, Adnan Shah, sit down and go smooch the black stone. Calling me and hanging up. A kid, man. Kids. These are the Muslims of today. Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, should be ashamed about you. You trolls, you kids, sit down. Go smooch and lick the black stones, brother. You black stone kissers. Filthy people, man. Filthy. Nasty. Anyway, so don't forget to watch it, guys. It's already on YouTube. So it will start. You can find it already between my other videos, but it will start in 2 hours from now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, around 2 hours from now. Let us continue, guys. Let us continue to the next topic. The grammatical mistakes. Allah does not know the difference between feminine words and masculine forms of words. In the Semitic languages, guys, like the Arabic, you have words that are feminine and you have words that are masculine. All right? When you are creating a sentence, right? Let's say you are creating a sentence like this, blah, 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 right? You cannot use masculine words together with feminine words. That's grammatically not possible. You're going to make a mistake. You will fail your Arabic exam. Your teacher going to give you an F. Let's see if Allah got himself an F or an A. Let's see the so-called God of Islam and his prophet, if they got an F or an A. Watch. Chapter 6, ayah 157. Surah Al-An'am, ayah 157. Chapter of the cattle, Surah Al-An'am, ayah 157. Are you with me, guys? Give me one, please. Forget about the Muslims who came to troll. They are not here to learn. Muslims didn't come to learn. Right? They didn't come to learn. Here, Allah starts with this. فَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ. Right? جَاءَكُمْ. You see? جَاءَكُمْ is a masculine word. So Allah starts with a masculine word. And they are come to you. Masculine word. Then he continues with a feminine word. بَيِّنَ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ فَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بَيِّنَ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ. From your Lord. A clear sign has come to you from your Lord. Do you see it? A clear sign has come to you from your Lord. Here, the red part, he writes it as a masculine form. And he continues writing it with a feminine. Bayina became feminine. That's grammatically, Allah, you got yourself an F. The correct way should be, Ja'atkum. not ja'akum, ja'atkum. So you are using feminine. You should have started with feminine. Did you catch it? Allah, in other words, Allah does not know the difference between masculine and feminine. Sorry if I'm butchering the English, guys. Forgive me. Feminine forms of words. All right? Allah does not know the difference, and the proof is in front of you. Later, Allah changes his mind and fix his mistake in chapter 7, ayah 73. He changes his mind and he writes it the correct way. Right? Do you see it? This is chapter 7, Al-A'raf, ayah 73. Chapter 7, ayah 73. He writes it the correct way. Do you see it? Here, he does use the correct word, form of word, which is feminine. If you use feminine, continue with the second word, which is feminine. But here, in chapter 6, ayah 157, he's using masculine together with feminine. Allah failed his exam here. Then later, Allah went again back to school, and he learns Arabic all over again, and he writes it the correct. It's the same sentence, right, guys? The same sentence. قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بَيِّنَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. You use feminine word, continue using feminine word. Don't use masculine and mix them with feminine. That's not possible. That's grammatically. Do you see the problem, guys? Do you see the problem? Here's the example from the Quran. I made screenshots for you guys to make it easier. So if you like this teaching, guys, download this part, cut it, download it, and share it with everybody. All the Muslims who do not know Arabic, they have been fooled. The Quran contains many mistakes like these. Grammatical mistakes in this case. Allah does not know the difference between masculine and feminine words. Watch. Here, as we said, chapter 6, ayah 157, Allah is using ja'akum. In chapter 7, ayah 73, he's writing ja'atakum, ja'atkum, ja'atkum. Ja'akum, ja'atkum. Do you hear the difference? Masculine, feminine. You use feminine, continue with feminine. Allah, later, as you see, Allah fixes his problem. Here, he fixes his mistake in a different ayah. You see it? Allah, you cannot have a cake and eat it too. Another example, where Allah does not know the difference between feminine and masculine words. Again, from feminine, between feminine and masculine, masculine, feminine. Allah mixing. Words should be feminine but are written in masculine form. Here. وَإِنَّ لَكُمْ فِي الْأَنْعَامِ لِعِبْرَةٍ نَسْقِيكُم مِّمَّا فِي بُطُونِهَا مِمَّا فِي بُطُونِهَا بُطُونِهِ. Right? بُطُونِهِ. So Allah is using feminine together with masculine. Wait, that's not possible. We already explained when you're going to use feminine, you have to stick with feminine forms of words. So Allah wrote this word incorrectly, wrongly. This is a feminine word. This should be also a feminine word, not a masculine word. بُطُونِهِ. It should be بُطُونِهَا. بُطُونِهَا. So Allah fixes mistake in 1666, chapter 1666, and Nahl, chapter 66, ayah 66, chapter 16, ayah 66. He fixed it in chapter 23, ayah 21. Do you see it? Here he's using بُطُونِهَا. He's fixing his mistake. So Allah fixed his mistake in another chapter, another ayah. Allah, you cannot have a cake and eat it too. You cannot use feminine words, later using masculine words, because we are going to go to other ayahs to catch you. So I just caught Allah and his fake prophet by their beards. I dragged him over the floor. I cleaned the beard of Allah. You know, I used the beard of Allah and his prophet, that disgusting beard of him and his pimp prophet, cleaning the floor with the beards of Allah and Muhammad. لوين بدك تروح يا سعلوك بين الملوك? Where do you want to go? I'm going to catch you. Ya Sa'alik, I am here to catch you and your mistakes. Ya Allah, I'm cleaning the floor with Allah's beard, because Allah deserves it, because Allah, I just gave Allah an F in Arabic grammar. Do you see it? It's in front of you. Allah fixed his mistake in chapter 23, ayah 21. Here is chapter 66. Watch. Al-An'ami, do you see it? Al-An'ami should be feminine, is feminine here. But Butunihi is masculine. Do you see here Allah in chapter 16, ayah 66, he made a mistake, a huge grammatical mistake. Wait. Allah claims to be God. Can God make mistakes? Can God make grammatical mistakes? No, he should not, because Muslims claim that the Quran is perfect from Allah. It's a divine perfect book. Can a divine perfect book contain grammatical mistakes, Muslims? No, should not be possible. But how is it possible? How is a man like me, how is it for me possible to find the mistakes of Allah? Because Quran is not from God. It's nothing but a man-made book, and the proof is in front of you. This is feminine. This is masculine. A huge F for Allah. Later Allah decides to fix his mistake, as you see. Here he does use al-an'ami, feminine, fixing his mistake in ayah 21, chapter 23, ayah 21, writing butuniha. Here it's feminine. Here Allah did not make a mistake. Allah, why are you making a mistake in chapter 16, ayah 66? And why are you not making a mistake in chapter 23, ayah 21? Allah, why are you playing games with Muslim minds, man? Allah has holes? Yes, Allah has holes, and the proof is in front of you. Do you see it? Here, he makes a mistake. Butunihi, masculine. But here, in this ayah, he's fixing his mistake. See? Do you see it, guys? Butuniha. Here, he writes in chapter 16, ayah 66, as we showed you, Butunihi, Butuniha, Butunihi. Masculine, feminine. Masculine, feminine. Allah. We caught you. Allah, we caught you by your beard. Allah. We just caught you. Anyone in the live chat who wants to give Allah an F? Aman Jamal, you idiot. What has the Trinity to do with my topic? Explain to us and to the audience, what has the Trinity in the Bible to do with this topic? Why are you such an idiot, man? We are having a wonderful topic. We are explaining to everybody how Allah and His Prophet failed in grammar in the Quran. And you come and we talk about bananas, you talk about apples. Why are you such a certified idiot, man? Why are you such a certified idiot? Focus, man. Next time we will talk about the Bible. Don't worry, we're not scared. But today is the day. Here, chapter 23, ayah 21. Al-An'ami, feminine, and Allah here is using feminine. So Allah fixes mistake in chapter 23, Surah Al-Mu'minun, the believers, in ayah 21. Here Allah does not make a mistake. You see, Al-An'ami, butuniha. But here, Al-An'ami, feminine, butunihi, masculine. Do you see the disaster? Yes. So Allah, here you fix your mistake, but here you started with a mistake. So do you see, guys, in the live chat, do you see how much later they start to fix the Quran? But sometimes they don't see the mistake, But later, people like Al-Hajjaj, remember we mentioned him, they fix the Quran of Allah, but they forget, these are humans. They forget to fix it earlier. So it stayed, the issue stayed there. This is why the Saudi journalist, in 2020, you see it? We mentioned the article. The Saudi journalist, Ahmed Hashim, an honest Muslim, he wants the Quran to be fixed. He claims, not me, this is a Muslim, a Sunni Saudi Muslim, saying, the Quran text as we know it contains at least 2,500 mistakes of spelling and grammar. He is confirming today's teaching. Did you catch it? It's not me, it's not Rob Christian. He only confirms what I'm saying, what I'm teaching you. You catch it? Take a screenshot, guys. Take a screenshot. Take a selfie. Again, chapter 1666 verses chapter 23, ayah 21. Compare them and you'll see the disaster. Compare it if you don't believe me. Compare them. See? Butunihi versus butuniha. Butunihi, butuniha. Butunihi, butuniha. Butunihi, butuniha. Different words. Allah, even if you claim to be Allah and you're fixing, we will catch you fixing stuff. We will catch you. Do you see, guys? And by this we can conclude that Allah's Quran cannot be from God. The Quran of Allah cannot be from God. Allah is not God. Muhammad created the Quran. Much later, people like Al-Hajjaj, Yusuf Al-Hajjaj, much later in the Umayyad period, played with the Quran, added dots and make it even more worse. They tried to fix, but they failed even at fixing. Doing damage control after the damage. Right? Any Muslim? Any real Muslim who has the courage and the knowledge to defend his Quran? Anyone? Yes, I think our brother Islam Critiqued, our brother Colin, he got the article from there, C19. Yeah, I think maybe it was original on Jihad Watch, because they are always trying to catch disasters. And I think brother Colin got it from there and he put it on his community page on YouTube. So I used this article, so if our brother Islam Critique did not mention it today or yesterday, I'm not sure when he posted, I could not have used it today in my live show to show you. Look, this is the guy. This is Ahmed Hashim. This is the Sunni Saudi Muslim who actually confirms that there are many, many disasters like these. Look, this is his article. Right? He says in Surah 28 verse 9 of the Quran, the word imra'a, wife, appears instead of imra'a like this. So this is the correct way. He is asking the Saudi government to fix it. Fix this disaster. Allah's Quran contains spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes. Do you see it? In 54 instances, the name Ibrahim in Arabic, do you see it? Ibrahim appears. Do you see it? Ibrahim as Abraham. The E is missing. The Ya in Arabic. Abraham versus Ibrahim. Allah, can you play with someone's name? No, it's a name. Sorry, brother Rob Christian, I made a mistake. I'm Allah, brother. It's me. Hello. Yeah, I admit I made a mistake with the name of Ibrahim. Omitting, do you see it? Omitting the letter E. Here's another example as we showed you in part 1 of this live show. Samawat, skies, is written in this way only once. Only once. It's written correctly. Do you see it? Guys, Allah only once wrote it correctly. I mean, Muhammad or whatever, whoever wrote the Quran in the beginning. Whereas in 189 other instances in the Quran appears incorrectly as Samut. Samut. This is the correct way. So only once it's written correctly, 2 alifs missing. Alif 1, do you see it? Alif 1 is missing and alif 2 is missing. So here it sounds like Samut. Samut. This is mistaken or wrong. Sorry, guys. Anyway, you got the idea. And the other one is Samawat. Sumut, Samawat. This is not even Arabic, man. This is not Arabic. But hey, we can find it in 189 times in the Quran written wrongly. And only once it's written correctly. Oh Allah, what have you done to your Quran? Even the word Quran, guys, for people who just joined. Even the word Quran itself. The word Quran, you see it? Quran appears 68 times without the letter Alif. This one here. Quran. So the Alif, the A is missing. The word, so do you see? Do you see? So it's missing. Without. So without, the Alif is missing. So in 68 places, we can find Quran. Instead of Quran. 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 Is this the miracle of Allah, guys? That Allah cannot write His own book correctly? Is this the miracle that Muslims talk about? Muslims, is this the miracle that you are talking about? The Quran is a miracle of Allah, brother. But Allah cannot even write the Quran correctly. His own book, He cannot write it correctly. Quran is Quran. Quran, Quran. Even the word year, sana. Sometimes He write it with a closed T as this one. See, this one is basically the same, right? When you write it like this here, you write it like here in the end. They call it T marbuta. And later, so 8 times it appears with T marbuta, closed T. Do you see it? Closed T, closed T. And 5 times with open T. T maftuha. T marbuta, T maftuha. Allah cannot even write a basic word correctly, man. This is a basic word. The word year is basic word, and Allah still makes mistakes. Wow. At least this guy is honest, man. This guy is honest. Ahmed Hashim. That's the name of the journalist. And he wants the Saudi government to fix the Quran. Please fix the Quran of Allah, man. After 1400 years, please, Muslims, fix the Quran of Allah. Or should I say Quran? Guys, from now on, we should ask the Muslims, honest to God, the most basic question. Is it Quran or Quran? Which one is it? Is it Quran or Quran? Which one is it, guys? I mean, Allahu Alam. Is it Quran or Quran? So why do you say Quran? No, it can be also Quran. Quran? Yes, Quran. Yeah, let's like corn, yeah. Quran. Maybe Allah meant to say Quran. So Muslims, please, please, for the love of Allah and His fake prophet, please fix the Quran in 2020. Yeah, give it up for the Saudi dude. At least the Saudi dude is honest, Mr. Ahmed Hashim. At least he's honest, man. So guys, yes, maybe you heard many times like Christian Prince say, you know, he doesn't want to talk about these topics because our audience is English. But since he's not doing it, I have to do it, guys. Not many people are doing what I do in the English section of the world. But since Christian Prince loves to bring up other topics to expose Muhammad from different kind of areas or corners, I have to do this too for you to show you the evidence from the heart of the Quran, from the heart of the Hafs Quran to be specific. where the mistakes are. And these are only a couple of mistakes, guys. These are only a couple of examples. The gentleman is correct. There are thousands and thousands of mistakes like these. Right? شكرا أخي. الشكر لك حبيبي. سلام المسيح إلك ولأحبابك. Peace of Christ to all of you guys and your loved ones. So guys, I hope you learned something today. Let me give you again, for the people who joined, the article that we are using against Islam in the court of law today. Read it. It's a very long article, but we showed you a couple of examples, right? And we confirmed it back to back from the Quran. Any Muslims, guys? I want to wrap this up, guys, because as we showed you and we mentioned, tonight I'm going to premiere my last part of the series. We have 3 parts. If you didn't watch them, watch part 1 and 2, please. Watch them too. I created part 1 and then I came with part 2, which was even much better. And part 3, we have Brother Jai that I also use. I use his video too, and we went and we going to show you in almost 1 hour and 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, it will be premiered, and we're going to show you how hijab lied about the Arabic, and we are using the Arabic to show you how hijab is lying to someone like the apostate prophet, who is a Turkish gentleman. He doesn't know Arabic, so he's using deception, using Arabic, lying about it. And how many of his idiotic, imbecile fanboys of Mimi Hijab who do not know Arabic, they came in clapping, Muhammad Hijab destroyed apostate prophet. Abdul. But we are here to catch not Allah's beard, but also Mimi Hijab, his beard. We are catching everybody's beard in our YouTube channels. Catch him by his beard, drag him over the floor, and expose him. Are you going to repent after my premiere tonight, Mr. Mimi Hijab? Guys, you really need to spam the link to my part 3 that you can find in my YouTube channel, to the Islamic YouTube channel, so they stop coming to spamming our comment section saying, Mimi Hijab, brother, he destroyed AP. No, he destroyed nothing but himself. Alright, watch it, guys, please. I already announced it on Facebook, right? I announced it on Facebook. I also put it on Patreon, so you can see the links. Let me actually, you know what? Let me give the link again. Here, let me give you the link to make it easier for you guys. Here's the link. Here where it's going to be premiered. Second. Okay, I got it. Here's the link, guys. Alright, here's the link. So you can find it, and it's going to premiere in 98 minutes. Okay, 98 minutes. So you have time to go get something to eat and whatnot. So and later you can come and you can chat in a live chat, but it's not a live show, it's only a premiere. So I made it. It took me a lot of time to add all kind of editing into the mix and whatnot. You know, I love to play with my short videos to make it as entertaining too as possible, but at the same time to show you the lies and deception of these evil, deceptive Muhammadans who love to use taqiyya, to use the makr of Allah, the deception of Allah, right? So watch it, guys. Thank you for being here. I think it's better to wrap this up. I'm not going to take calls because today's topic is really heavy and there's no need to go outside the topic. So if you missed part 1, watch it and rewatch also this part 2 that we talked about today. And you can find everything in the live chat that we mentioned, also the sources. We posted links and whatnot, and you can go and recheck. If you think, Muslims, if you think that Rob Christian is lying, do your homework. Stop calling us liars. Do your homework. Alright? Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for coming and watching our part 2 of this live show. Thank you for being here. Go with the peace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. May God, our holy God, Jesus Christ, bless you, your loved ones. Thank you for your amazing support. As you see, there is no possibility anymore to use the super chat to send us donations, but it is what it is. There's Patreon. If you want to support our full-time ministry, you can use that. Thank you for being here, guys. Lord willing, we'll see each other on the live chat of my premiere. Hopefully we can have some nice time there. It's shorter than an actual live show, but we're going to have fun again in part 3 of the spanking of Muhammad hijab. Thank you for watching, and God bless.